This is the Self-Aware Leader Podcast. Now your host, Jason Rigby.
I want you guys to understand something. That over 8% of 2024 is gone. Think about that. Almost 10% of the year is already gone, and what have you done? The commitments that you made, the decisions that you said in 2024, I'm going to start doing this. How is that going for you? Insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over again and expecting a different result. What different result are you expecting? If you're doing the same exact lazy things that you've done in 2023. You didn't respect yourself then, so now what makes you think that you can respect yourself? I want us to look at change. I want us to look at taking the momentum of what we got for the rest of the year and looking at how we specifically can change. I want to tell you something first, though. There has to be an unreserved willingness. That has to be first. If you do not have an unreserved willingness to change, guess what's going to happen? You're going to falter. It's going to last a day or two or half a day or maybe a week. But you haven't prepared your mind for change. You haven't prepared your soul for change. You haven't prepared your body for change. What does that look like? If you want to change, you have to have this deep inner conviction, this soul. That's why it takes for us to change. Unfortunately, guess what has to happen? Something drastic. We have to hear something from the doctor that sounds horrible, or we have to get in a near-death accident, or something drastic has to happen, and then we decide to make a change. That's the soul. That's the mind that makes the decisions like, holy shit, holy fuck, I almost died. I need to make a change. How do addicts change? That's how they change. You have to have an unreserved willingness to change. Now, this step isn't about perfection or this immediate transformation, like an angel's going to come down to you and then you're going to be on the road to Damascus like Paul was, and next thing you know, you're from Saul to Paul, and there's this instant change, and now you're the greatest apostle that ever walked the face of the earth. That's not what I'm talking about. Transformation happens gradually. It's a challenging process to grow, guys. The minute that you get that and understand it, you can begin to accept it. Once there's acceptance, then the change happens. You know it's going to take you a year to change your body. I'm going to go to the gym 3, 4, 5 times a week, and this is what I'm going to do because this is what I enjoy to do physically. I'm going to find the most enjoyable thing I do. I'm going to walk every single day, twice a day, every single day. I'm going to go to the gym. Whatever it is that you enjoy, you're going to do that. Then what's going to happen? If you're consistent, you will grow. Your waist will shrink and your muscles will get bigger. It's easy on the physical. It's hard on the mental, the soul, the spiritual, the emotional. Why? Because the commitment is ongoing work. It's a declaration to yourself that I'm going to get rid of the grip. Think of it like, just take your fist right now and make a really hard grip. The grip of your old habits and character defects are right there. And guess what? They're comfortable. They're familiar. I like my old habits. I like my character defects. I'm used to it. It's what I do. It's who I am. Yeah, I know I'm not this, but at least I do good with this. The excuses come in because our ego wants us to have our comfortable old habits. Our ego wants us to have our moral and character defects. It wants us to feel familiar. But that's death, guys. You have to look at it. If you're stagnant and you're not growing, you're dying. Down south, I love this, and some of you that live down south know this. So cool. You go to an old pond where there's very much water flowing, nothing's growing, and it's stagnant. It's just green, yucky water. There may be some catfish halfway living in there. Snakes like it. That's about it, isn't there? It's just yuck. It's gross. No one wants to go swimming in that type of water, do we? There's no growth. And so I want to encourage you guys. Understand it's not perfection. It's not some immediate transformation that's going to happen. It is you making a commitment to do some ongoing work. And it's going to take time, and it's going to take discipline, and it's going to take you making the decision to do the work. That's what it is. It's that simple. It's not that hard. Pick one thing physically to do, pick one thing mentally to do, one thing spiritually to do, and start working on those things every single day and do them day in and day out. Don't make it so hard that you won't do it. Do it 7 days a week, and guess what will happen? I guarantee you in 2-3 months, you'll change. Guaranteed. Then make it a little bit harder after you've done it for a month, after you've done it for 3 months. So you know what? Yeah, I was working out for 20 minutes 3 times or 2 times a week. I'm going to bump it up to 40 minutes because I seem to stay there for 40 minutes anyways once I'm there. I'm just going to go there. That's a great hack. I'm just going to get to the gym. I'm not going to do very much. I'm hardly going to do anything. I may just walk on the treadmill, but I'm going. Just make the commitment to show up, and your body will take over from there. Work, guys. That's what it takes. A commitment to ongoing work.
Thank you for tuning in to the Self-Aware Leader Podcast with host Jason Rigby. We hope this episode has inspired you to unleash your full potential and embrace your inner leadership. By expanding your consciousness, you can transform your mind, body, and soul and become the remarkable leader you were always meant to be. If you found this episode valuable, please share it with your loved ones and help us expand our community. Thank you for listening, and we look forward to having you join us again on the Self-Aware Leader Podcast.